I had a little issue last week, and it was an entanglement with carbs, and now we have to fix it.
Every change has a reason, baby, let it
What had happened was I had one day last Saturday, I had a little bit of extra carbs. I was just hanging out and having a good time and had extra carbs and this little cute little mini bundt cake. And the rest of the week, I couldn't get myself back together. I just could not get myself back together. So all of last week, I was eating carbs. I went out to fast food restaurants, I think twice. I had Domino's one day. I had just a whole bunch of stuff I should not have been eating last week. It was like I would eat off and then I would try to get back together and I couldn't last week. So I mean I wasn't feeling bad about myself, but in my head I knew that I needed to stop. But I didn't. So that's why the whole entanglement thing. There's a meme out there in the keto groups that says I had one thing of carbs and it ended up in a week-long entanglement. That's exactly what happened to me. So probably about Saturday, I was like, okay, Nicole, come on now. We got to get it back together because my birthday's coming up and I want to get down to my first 100. Well, it's my second 100-pound goal. My first one was the 68 pounds, and the second goal was to get down to losing 100 pounds. So I went there by my birthday, which is in 6 weeks. But I don't know what was happening. Well, I do know what was happening, but I couldn't get myself back together. But I'm back together now. It's March 1st. I'm getting back together. So what I'm going to have to do is, and in that whole thing, I mean, the scale's up about 8 pounds, 8, 9 pounds. Or, no, it's up 10 pounds. The scale is up. And I know some because I was on my cycle last week. Some of that is water weight. And then some of that is probably, all of the stuff that I've been eating. So I know it's not like 10 pounds of fat. But I gotta get myself back down. So I wasn't gonna come over here and talk about it. I was like, yo, you know what? I gotta talk about it because this happens to everybody. The point is, excuse me, if you're off, you gotta get yourself back together. So I'm back together. My mind is in set, and I'm ready. It's not like I'm ready to go all the way back and be off the diet. So no, not at all. My lifestyle, not my diet. So this week I'm gonna have to go back. I usually do ketovore because sometimes I eat veggies and things like that. This week I am doing straight carnivore. I am eating only animal products, and to be honest with you, I'm only eating steak, bacon, cheese, eggs. That's going to be all I'm eating this week. Well, no, I'm sorry, some chicken and pork. So steak, pork, chicken, eggs, cheese, and bacon, right? So most of my main meals are going to be beef because beef is what keeps me full. Because I'm thinking since I've been eating all these carbs, it's going to be harder for me to kind of get back together if I'm trying to restrict, and I can't go off and try to make all these different things. I need some basic things that I can eat that's going to keep me full. Fasting wise, I'm gonna do a 18-6 in that one meal a day. Um, and then also, drinking a lot, all my water, my sparkling water, and I'll be drinking my ketones because even my ketones, I was still doing those probably once a day, but I'll get back and I'll do my ketones twice a day, get myself back into a strong ketosis, and then I'll be all good. It's just that it's planning. So that's my plan. I can't go off, and do all this extra stuff. I need some strict things. There's all you eating at least for a week to get myself back together before I try to do anything different. So that is what I'm doing this week. And I tell you, It's been, so I started doing the ketovore, and more I'm drinking my ketones and stuff in June of 2020. I've had days all, that I've eaten carbs. It's usually just a day, that I would do it. I don't think I've gone back to eating carbs like I did last week for a whole week since then. And I'm gonna tell you, it was not. I just didn't feel good. It was. I didn't sleep as well. I don't know. My back's been hurting. I know part of that's my chair that I sit on at work, but my back was hurting. Um, I think my anxiety went up last week. Just it was just up and down. I just it was odd, and they say that you watch what you eat because it kind of affects your mood, but it really really affected me physically, with eating all those carbs. So that was it was really quite interesting, at the same time, even though I shouldn't have been eating all those carbs. But to see those kind of, see it physically, especially the sleeping thing, because usually I've been sleeping really well, for the most part. Sometimes I had those night terror things, but we're not going to talk about that. But usually I can sleep through the night unless I'm stressed about something. But it just, it was just a change. So I'm back on it. It's all about planning. It's all about you have some time off. You're off of what you're normally doing does not mean you have to be off forever. It is not a failure. It's just a little bit eating on the side road and getting back to the main road. So that's what I'm doing because I have 6 weeks. I want to get these pounds off so I can say on my birthday that I did it. All right. Bye.